Hey guys, so today I am doing a tutorial using the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. I hope you guys enjoy. I am starting out by priming my eyes with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's pretty much just as good as any eyeshadow primer, and I'm blending it out with the Sedona Lace 217 brush. This is my favorite concealer brush. It just blends everything out so good, no lines, awesome. Then I am just setting down my lid with the Maybelline Fit Me powder just so the shadows that I put on top of it blend really nicely and don't stick to the concealer. Like I said, I'm using the Masquerade palette. This is the mini version, and I'm starting out with Zulu. And I am slowly packing this color on, but I'm also kind of using it as a transition shade, so I'm slowly packing it on and really, really blowing it out in the crease. So I kind of, go back and forth with this one. So I keep packing it on, blending it out, packing it on, blending it out. You know the drill. This brush is a Morphe M502. It's a little bit more stiff than I would like, but it did the trick, so it was okay. Next, I am going in with the shade, I believe it's pronounced Ada. Some of the names in here are a little crazy for me, but it's basically just a little bit of a brighter red, as you can see. And I'm basically just doing the same thing. I'm using the Sigma E25, which is a bit of a smaller brush, and I'm packing it on the inner and outer corner. I'm making this more of a halo eye, so I'm going to try to make the intensity as strong in the inner corner as I am in the outer corner, and then I always take my big brush and I blend everything together. So this next step is basically pointless because it didn't really show up. I'm using the shade Fulani. Again, I'm not really sure how this is pronounced, but we're going with it. It's basically just a brown, and it was a little bit too light, so it didn't really do anything. I figured I would put it in here anyways, but oh well. Next, I'm taking Casablanca, and I'm spraying it with some Fix Plus so we can get it as bright as possible, and I'm just putting this on the center of the lid, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Caliber, which is a more purpley shade, as you can see, and I'm doing the same thing with the Fix Plus, and I'm basically putting this around where I put the Casablanca, so kind of like right on the outside, just so there's a little pop of purple in there. So, as I'm sure you can tell, I'm being quite messy with my eyeshadow, so I'm just cleaning it up with a makeup wipe. That's why we do our eyeshadow first, right? And I'm also using this to make a more of a crisp line on the outer corner. So, like I said, that brown really wasn't doing it for me, so I pulled out my Morphe 25B palette and I took the darkest shade in here. It is a little bit of a cooler brown just to kind of knock some of that brightness down and just add a little bit more depth to the inner and outer corner. And then, of course, I'm blending it out. And that kind of wiped away some of the golden purple on the lid, so I'm just going back and I'm touching that all up. Next, I am going in with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper, and I'm literally just putting this on the inner, like, third of the eye, I guess, just in the inner corner where my false lash would end. So it kind of makes a smooth transition. You can't really see where the lashes begin and my eyes end. Wait, no. The eyes, but you know what I'm saying. Then I am just putting on some mascara. I believe this is the Maybelline Colossal Volume something or other. It doesn't really matter because I'm just going to be putting false lashes over it, so you won't even see my lashes, which is the beauty of false lashes. But the false lashes I am going to be using today are the Vegas Nay and Eylure Grand Glamour lashes. I forgot my tweezers, so I was just winging it because I went back to my room to get like so many different things. I did not want to go get my tweezers too, so I struggled a little bit with this lash, as you can see me messing with it here. But this lash went on very, very nicely, so felt good about it. You know, I wanted to leave it in here so I could like prove how nicely it went on. But I always try to really press on the inner corner and the outer corner because those are the places that lift. You know how it is. It's not fun. I'm starting my face with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Primer, which is like my favorite lately. I love this stuff. I really loaded it on today. My skin is pretty dry. And then I'm also going in with the MAC Fix Plus because I've been out of this for months. Then I'm going in with the EX1 foundation. I hauled this in my last video. This is only the second time I've worn it, so I'm not totally sure how I feel about it yet. So far, I think it's pretty good. I mean, nothing that's knocking my socks off, but it works good, you know. It's okay. And I'm using a Beauty Blender to put this on. I have moved back to the Beauty Blender brand, away from the L'Oreal sponge. You know, I just go through phases, you know? I don't know what it is. But then I'm going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, again, underneath my eyes. I didn't show it because I fail at YouTube. But I'm using this. I love this color of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because it just corrects everything so beautifully. I love it so much. But it's obviously not super brightening under my eyes. I'm losing my tan, and so I do go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. No, Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and just kind of brightening up around the under eyes just so I have a little bit of highlight going on around there. Next, I am going to be doing some cream contouring, which I haven't done in a really long time. I did a little Instagram video where I used these Smashbox contour sticks, and I forgot how much I loved these. I've had them forever, and I just love it. I don't do anything too intense, especially today. I didn't really do anything because I really just go over it with powder and then go over it with a bronzer, but I just feel like it adds a nice base to my contour, and especially because I haven't been doing so much powder contouring, I've been doing more bronzing, so it adds a little bit more depth. And then I love the highlight stick to go and clean up the bottom because, of course, I'm messy as always, but that's the beauty of makeup. We can just clean it up. And then I'm setting my under eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me powder, of course. It's my baby. I love it so much. And I'm also setting my entire face with it. And so that does kind of dull the cream contour that I just did. It's enough to still show through, but it just takes a little bit of it away. Now we are going back to finish the under eyes. I'm starting again with Zulu, and I'm taking this on a bit of a bigger brush just to kind of blow out the lower lash line so it's a little, you know, more cohesive with the top. And then I'm taking the shade Zobo. I don't know these names, guys, but it's just this really, really pretty purple. Again, to kind of tie the purple on the top and then bring some purple to the bottom. And then pretty much done with eyeshadow. I'm just going to highlight the inner corner with Giza, which is a very, very pretty shade. And then just putting some mascara on the lower lashes. I'm just using the same Maybelline mascara. Now we are officially done with the eyes and we can move back to the face. I am using my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, which is my favorite. And if I could go back in time, guys, I'll probably do some more cream contouring on my forehead. I feel like it doesn't look so cohesive with my cheeks, but that's okay. I'm just kind of packing on the bronzer, mostly on the forehead. I obviously don't need as much because I did do the cream contouring on my cheeks. But then I'm going in with the Morphe 9N palette. And then I'm taking the Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped, I believe, and the shade is called Summer. This is like my favorite right now. Oh, I love this palette. These colors are so good. I also hauled this in my last video too. I haven't had this for too long, but it's like, you know, kind of one of those love at first sight sort of things. And to finish off this look, I'm just going to be using the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Sao Paulo, which is just nude, and that's because, believe it or not, I don't really like lipstick. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more videos, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in my next video.